When I was 16, I was really lonely. I was always daydreaming or actually asleep because I was working too much. It wasn't much different from now, but I was always doing something to keep myself busy. I felt like I was constantly trying to catch up with everyone else, except I was in my own lane because no one knew or related to what I was going through. I was hiding my parents' status, I was hiding my sexuality, I was hiding myself. I explored things, I tried different art forms. I was practicing poetry, photography, and filmmaking, and at that time then getting exposed to the idea of college and pursuing a degree. No one in my family had done that before. Hi, I'm Jenn. A lot of the issues that I went through stemmed from the fact that my parents were undocumented. Even asking for a ride is putting them at risk. You know, like, should they be driving? They don't have a license. At first, I was really shy and nervous about opening up about their situation, but I had to because I couldn't fill out the FAFSA without letting them know, my parents don't have a social security. That one's spicy.
Yeah, it is.
My parents are really Catholic, and at the time I was discovering my sexuality, I was realizing that I was queer. I had a lot of more radical thoughts, I identified as a feminist. So there was a lot of conflicting ideas that I had growing up in the US that didn't fit well with Guatemalan culture. So I felt very outcasted in a way because I just felt like I couldn't perform and I couldn't be this well-to-do straight girl. I don't know. So there was a lot of issues with my parents around that. Culturally, it's really hard because you have your family coming from, a home that they left behind, and they want to cultivate it and keep it alive in this new country. So being raised in a whole new culture where women are treated differently, I think there's a clash there. In high school, I performed really badly. I was working full time, and I was constantly kind of almost on the verge of failing classes, and it was mostly due to my workload. So teachers worked with me a lot to recover my grades. So I didn't have the faith that I would succeed in college because it just didn't make sense to me because I wasn't really succeeding at high school. What College Visions helped me see was that there was more potential in me that I didn't realize. I kind of blamed myself for my situation, and I think College Visions helped me see that there were other opportunities out there and to look for them, and that there was no harm in applying. It was really overwhelming. The only reason why I was able to get through it was because College Visions had this really cool, rigid schedule. We met up every Friday after school until 7. So we would devote 3 to 4 hours to whatever it was left in your application process. So it was so manageable because they created the structure for me where I had no structure at all. So I was just kind of you tell me what to do, I'll do it. So that's kind of how we figured it out and made it happen.
Yeah, you put your arm. There you go.
now I feel like I have so many things happening, and my life feels very exciting, and it's mine, and I feel very like free to do whatever the hell I want to do, and that to me is like priceless. I could never trade this, you know, and I never saw it coming, and I feel very, very fortunate, honestly.